This is a story about the very first time I learned how to swim when I was 7 years old. So it was a very, very, very hot summer afternoon. And all summer I've been asking my mom to teach me how to swim. Mom, can you teach me how to swim? Mom, teach me how to swim. Teach me how to swim, Mom. Mom, teach me how to swim. I was bugging her all summer. So I guess she got tired of me asking, and today she finally said yes. She told me to go put on my swimming shorts, and we got in the car, and we went to the pool. When we got there, she started teaching me how to do my strokes and how to, breathe underwater and whatnot. So about 15 minutes later, my mom had to use the bathroom. But before she left, she told me just one thing in a very serious voice. "Don't go past the 5 feet mark," she said. I think that's what she said, but probably in a less meaner voice. But I knew she was serious about it. The crazy part about it was that I wasn't even thinking about going past the 5 feet mark till she brought it up. And now I can't stop thinking about the 5 feet mark. So I turned to my right and I looked at it, and I saw all the older kids having way much fun past the 5 feet mark. So what did I do? I started swimming towards the 5 feet mark. When I got there, it wasn't so bad, so I just kept swimming further and further. I was just thinking to myself, this is not too bad. As I kept going, I was almost about 6 feet now. So I got to about the 6.5 or 7 feet mark, and the next thing I knew, the water was on top of my head, and I was just sinking right to the floor of the pool. Help me! Help! I was drowning and starting to pass out, but luckily some guy saw me and he took me to the edge of the pool. Next thing I heard was my mom yelling, "That's my son! That's my son! Help him!" That was the very first time I ever saw my mom cry. So the lifeguard gave me CPR, and then I coughed up a bunch of water out of my mouth. My mom was so mad at me that day, but she was just glad that I was okay. When I went home, I thought I was going to get an ass whooping. I was seriously scared for my life. But my mom sat me down and she talked to me, and she told me that she was mad because I didn't listen to her. The only reason why she told me not to go past the 5 feet mark was because she knew I wasn't going to be able to swim. And if I would have listened to her, none of this would have happened. So every now and then when my mom tells me not to do something and I intend on doing it, the first thing that comes to my mind is this moment, and I end up not doing it. Even though sometimes I always forget about this, but one of the lessons I learned that day was to always listen to your mother. They only want the best for you, so just listen when they tell you something.